And there we go. And like that, my friends, we are live. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Yes, we're coming in a little bit later than usual, but yeah, I had some family stuff to deal with. But yes, we are here tonight with best of the best. We got an awesome panel for you tonight. A lot of good stuff to talk about. We had the Inquisitor drop yesterday. I'm hearing the echo. I'm hearing myself. That is so crazy. It's like I'm in two different dimensions. That's awesome. But anyway, we got a lot of good stuff coming out for you. A lot of good stuff to talk about tonight. Some cool topics. Bear with us, and it's gonna be great, man. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. And we're gonna drop the intro as we do all the time, like this. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? You're now rocking with the best of the best. And we got a crazy panel here tonight. We actually got more that's going to be joining us tonight. It is going to be cute. Got a huge panel, got a lot of cool topics to talk about, as we said in the opening. But before we go to the panel, I want to get these chats out the way real quick. We got Pedro Lopez in the house. What's up with you? He says, hello, all. Always good to have you here. We got Boba Fettuccine in the house. What's up with you, Boba Fettuccine? Got to like the fettuccine. There we go. Absolutely. We also got the talented Tino in the building. He says, good evening, everyone. Hit that like button with extreme prejudice. Absolutely. That's my man right there. We got the movie canon in the building. What's up with you? He say, hey, everybody, John Wick, let's go. Absolutely. We got the one and only Toy Quest 101, my guy, Miguel in the building. What's up with you? I'm gonna be on his show tomorrow night. Make sure y'all tune in to Miguel tomorrow night. It's gonna be a big show going on. Absolutely. We got Jack Jones in the building. What's up with you? Says, what's up, brother cousins? Hope everyone is doing well. Definitely good to have you here. Definitely. We got Ash Chase in the building. What's up with you, Ash Chase? He says, what's up, plastic crackheads? What up with you? And of course, we got Low Key Collector in the building. Calvin, smooth ass Calvin. What's up with you? Always good to have you here, my brother. Definitely. Damn, I got through all of them before. Definitely. Good to have everybody here. Definitely. Want to throw it here to the panel real quick. We got this wonderful panel. Definitely. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna go from the bottom and go around. I think what clockwise. Is that clock regular clockwise? Give it to Aries. What's up with you, Aries? How you doing, brother?
You know, I'm doing good. It's good to be here, man. It's good to talk some figures. I'll be honest with you, I have no fracking idea what's been going on. I heard the Inquisitor came out. I heard their Indiana Jones is finally out.
Yes.
I got too much life stuff going on, to be completely honest with you. So I am like just super excited to be here. I missed my show this past week. Crap, I missed putting out a market show this week. I owe everybody a giveaway this Monday. It's coming. I got a bunch of them giving away right throughout the whole month. So get ready for that, everybody. It's coming. It's coming on Monday. And we got another one the Monday after that. We got another one before Thanksgiving. The Monday after that. Before I'm done, Jamie, I have no more Hot Toys figures. I may have to collect stamps.
Hope it's not going to be that bad, bro. Oh my God! Don't give them all. Don't give them all the heat. Don't give them all the heat. Hold back a little bit, but brother. It is good to have you here, and I know how it is. Life gets in the way sometimes. I totally get it. But we're so appreciative to have you here tonight. So definitely, thank you so much for being here and gracing us with your presence.
Lots to talk about.
Absolutely, lots to talk about. We got the movie canon here. He says Collector Joey, and that's only in BC in the stream. It's like having Wolverine and Deadpool movie. Oh, that's dope.
That is dope.
Love it.
Thank you.
Love it. Definitely appreciate that. We got my guy here, What's up with you? Loco Lu. Wow, man. Hold on. You got some. Hold the hell up. You got some grails in the back. I see that. Don't hide it.
Hold on.
Don't hide it.
First and foremost, what's poppin', people? You already know what to do. Hit that like button on your way in. As soon as you get in, hit that like button. And now I get to show you what I got.
Okay.
Actually, Loco Lu, you shouldn't show them until they hit the like buttons.
You should, yeah, no. They haven't gone to my channel to see the review that's going to be popping up soon. So.
Ah,
there you go.
But you got to hit the like button anyway because it's best of the best, baby. Best of the best. You hit the like button on your way in out of just sheer respect because it's the Sky Pimp himself. You know what I mean? It's the Mister. The youth juice master himself. You know what I mean?
Youth juice
master. Because
wow,
I don't know what he's drinking, bro, but homie doesn't age a day, bro. I'm like Crom.
Well, you know, I drink a lot, Loco Lu, and now I'm more thirsty.
Yo, I'm with you there, man. Cheers. I hope you got your juice ready.
There you go, man. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much. And I see you got them grails there, brother. You got some straight up grails. Mark Attack, what's up with you? Definitely good to have you here. 16 Shape, what's up with you, brother? I was just with you on Anthony's stream on Halloween night. That was an awesome stream, by the way. Also, we got Phil Atlanta, the collector in the building. What's up with you, brother? Good to have you here as well. And of course, Lewis Labitz, Youth Juice. I know. I guess the Youth Juice is blood because I'm a vampire. They say since Mashallah, I can't even say it. Mashallah Ali. Yeah, since he's trying to leave from being Blade, they trying to recruit me to be the new Blade. So we're gonna see how all that works out.
I co-sign it. Shoot.
Let's go, man.
Just give Jay some platforms and we good.
No, the fuck I didn't.
Wait. I did that for second brother. Because I heard him say youth juice. Like I know he's gonna say, brother, please. I know he's gonna go right there. Like,
nah, man, you say fucking youth juice. Look, that could go so many different directions.
That's in the melanin, though. It's in the melanin. I'm saying you a young chap yourself.
God damn it! Who make that sound effect? What's that?
I don't do that. Sorry.
That wasn't me. There we go.
They say that shit make you go blind, right?
I gotta stick to wizard juice.
Got some web in your eye. Anyway. Oh my God. Mark Attack, Jay should be Blade. He's practically a vampire. I love y'all so much. Collector Joey, what's up with you, brother?
What up? Glad. Thank you for the invite.
Got you back on the show, brother.
I know.
Absolutely.
Man,
How
awesome.
you doing, bro?
It's a bittersweet right now because I got to go to work tomorrow and I don't want to. I kind of told y'all backstage. I don't want to because of the Rangers winning the World Series and the parade is like down the street. So, man, I really want to go. Yes. What is that? A Rangers hat? I can't see. Is it?
Oh yeah,
yeah. That's what I was reading it, but I thought it was a Star Wars hat because I couldn't read it. There you go. I was like, is that Rangers? Hey, nice. Okay. I ordered
world champion.
Yes, they
Texas Rangers.
Bro, I can't go to the parade. Oh, I want to so bad, but I already know like 20 people are gonna call out tomorrow. So
a Collector Joey. Honestly, I had my Diamondbacks hat. I could go grab it, and whoever won, I was gonna wear.
Yeah. I'm glad that the Rangers did though. I remember so long ago they went in like 2011, right. And so like I'm not trying to make it sad or anything, but I used to watch with my dad. We watched the World Series, and everything. And he passed away a few years ago, and it would have been cool to like have him there, like to see that us redeem ourselves. I thought that would be pretty cool. But hey, we won. Texas Rangers, awesome. That's all I got to say, though. Yeah.
That's amazing. And I've been there, bro, because you want to get off, but you just know you got to be the one to be there because everybody's going to take off. And then you can't be like, oh, I got a cold. You be like, for real. Your boss
can't.
Like, for real.
It's like, it's literally like I went to the grocery store and it's just literally all the people are talking. I could overhear people because it's our first one. So,
dude, you could just say COVID. That's it.
Right. I know. Yeah. I work in like a little office. So. But I mean, if it was the Mavs or the Cowboys, then I'm no call, no show. I don't care at that point. But
I feel you,
Yeah.
man. That's great, man. Definitely, definitely. But good to have you here,
Yeah.
my brother.
Thank you.
It's been a while. Definitely
Yeah.
good to have you back in the fold. Absolutely. Second, we got the wild man right here. This guy right here. Wild man, wild boy himself. Second
Dr.
brother,
Rooster with the
AKA
youth juice.
Dr. Rooster. What's
Man,
going on with you?
You sitting there saying youth juice. And it was funny about that. I'm going through, putting all the photos I have and put them in a digital library.
Oh.
And there's a photo of Jay, and all of us was in Niagara from 2000, 23 years ago.
Yep.
His ass still looked the same. So I got his formula of how he stayed youthful. And what it is like a lot of, us color folk can understand. He used 3-week-old bacon grease mixed with cocoa butter and shea butter and red Kool-Aid. That's what he did. That's how he stay young.
Wait.
Is that
the ingredients for his hair? That's the
I'm not
for his
familiar
hair.
with
What
that
about
on my
the skin?
Cantina, baby.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
There, see?
There it is.
That's one part of it. That's one part of the recipe. See?
Okay, Jay. We know the ingredients to your hair. We need to know the ones for your skin.
I know.
Right there, baby.
Wait, the Jay, do you use that for the rooted hair too? Like the rooted hair that's
Oh
come
yeah,
out?
sometimes definitely. You got to. Got it. No, the funny thing, that he ain't never lied. Cocoa butter. No, it's like what's his name? Bill Burr. Bill Burr said he was like, he had all his friends that were like, getting older and everything like that. And he was like, damn, how your skin stay so smooth? You're old as shit. You look like, what the hell? And he was like, man, moisturize. Man,
Hey,
moisturize helps.
Jay, speaking of Bill Burr, I may have looked into the crystal ball and see something coming.
Shit. What?
That no one thinks is going to come because, we're out of Soka. Just saying. Bill Burr.
Wow, that would be if we would get that figure. I've been saying that for like the last 2 years. I was like, yeah, we need to get that figure, and that figure definitely needs to be like a toy fair exclusive or something like that. Summer showcase type of a piece. But man, I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll definitely see what happens. But since you bring that figure up, we talking about Star Wars. We did have a Star Wars figure drop yesterday. This bad boy right here. And I gotta say, I think this thing looks great. First USB powered lightsaber. Come on. And the little bit in his chest also lights up when it's connected to that USB. Come on. This is just great shit right here. Great time to be alive. I think it's a great release. Now, this is the thing. I think some people are actually going to sleep on it. I do. I think some people are going to sleep on this piece. And I think this piece has big grail potential. Aries, what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I agree. It has huge grail potential. As a matter of fact, I think a lot of these figures that are going to be coming out, that Wolverine, both of the Tobey Maguire and the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, for instance, as well. The Green Goblin. Speaking of John Wick, that Neo, which nobody seems to give a crap about. This figure, wait till Reva comes out. I think they have a huge potential, especially, if you're talking about this figure in Star Wars, Jay, think about Star Wars in the future. Think about what they're going to do with The Mandalorian Season 4 and all the eggs they're going to throw in that basket, especially with the writers' strike over, and probably some of the announcements we're going to get very, shortly this, perhaps this year from Disney is what's going on with Star Wars. Think even a step further when they come out with 3 of those movies in the years to come that they're supposed to come out with. The one from Dave Filoni, the one starring Daisy Ridley, the other one supposedly starring, I don't know, the Keanu Reeves or someone like that. These figures that maybe they don't have second versions out of which I don't know if they would with this one at that point.
Yeah.
Or figures that they don't have another reissue out of. When Star Wars gets more gigantic than what it is, and even more relevant because a movie is out, The Mandalorian Season 4, if it gets super hot for whatever reason, which I think it will, it can create things like in the secondary market, for instance, remember the Mud Trooper?
Yep.
From the Solo movie. You could see that go up over $400 again. You could see, figures like Director Krennic and figures like Count Dooku start going, through the roof. You're starting to see that right now with Liam Neeson, the Qui-Gon one, for whatever reason, finally starting to catch steam. It didn't even catch steam during the Obi-Wan series where the dark side Anakin was going crazy, but that figure was like, oh, okay, great, was a Force ghost, who cares? But now it's starting to catch on. So you do have to ask yourself, with these low quantities like you're seeing with this Grand Inquisitor, and you're talking about people sleeping on it, which I think right now in this economy, I try to forcibly sleep on a lot of these so, I don't get into debt. It comes back and it comes around, and Star Wars can be getting, even more popular than what it is. Bada boom, bada bing. One thing leads to another, and this figure can go really, really high.
Yeah.
And that's the name of the game. But I think that this one has that recipe. Believe it or not, I think the Reva one, believe it or not, Jay, probably is going to be even more of a sleeper.
Yeah.
Than this one. It never went really, really high best-selling wise, not even as high as this one.
Mm-hmm.
And then it went on a wait list so quick. And that one's going to come out, and I think it's going to look as good, if not better, than the Fennec. If not good or better than the Casca Reeves.
Yep.
And if it does, people are just going to want that beauty, that figure. That Star Wars figure, and I don't think there's a whole lot of them. So I think you bring up a good point, but we'll have to wait and see. Right now with this economy, it depends on the character. It depends on what it is. There's just, it's weird right now, but I do think this is low quantity.
Yep. I kind of think, yeah, I do. Definitely. I think it's a low quantity,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean, I think it's going to be gone. I think it's going to be snatched up real quick. Want to give a shout out to my guy Late Bloomer out there. What's up with you, brother? Always good to have you in the fold. Also, yo Mo, what up with you, brother? What's up? What's good with you? Also, we did a we got a poll going on right now. Are you guys, just wanted to know out there, are you guys excited for the Grand Inquisitor? Because I'm kind of getting a little mixed opinions when it comes to the community in this figure. Some people are like, this looks awesome, I'm totally getting it. Some people are like, it looks good, but I'll wait. It's not my Grand Inquisitor. Joey, I'm gonna go to you on this. Do you think I mean, first I want to know your overall opinion of the figure, but also do you think this is a figure that's going to be slept on? You think it's just going to sit around because of the low quality? Do you think it's going to go away quick? Just what's your overall thoughts?
I like the figure. I mean, it looks good, of course. I thought though. So does this one doesn't have rolling eyes, does it?
No.
And I can, we've gotten these rolling eyes so much recently that now I can literally tell when they don't have it. You can kind of looks like a blank stare now to me. So the costume is really good. I love the outfit and all that. Looks really, really good. But that head sculpt now, it just looks like he's staring into the abyss. I really I can tell now how much those made a difference. Everything else on it looks great. I feel like the USB-C or USB power could have been a little bit stronger, maybe add a little bit of effects to it. But this is the first one. We'll gain stuff over time. But I think it's a really good release. And do I think that it'll be sought after a little bit? I think it might. Isn't it already on waitlist? It is, right? Yeah,
yep, already on waitlist.
So I think it might be, because when people start getting the Vaders, I feel like somebody's gonna. Because I even wanted to put this guy next to Vader, but I didn't ever pre-order it. But if I had the space, I would do it.
Yep.
But I think over time people are gonna like the Kenobi show a little bit more and look back and say, hey, this is gonna be a good figure to get, and it's gonna be too late by then.
Exactly. And I think that's what it is. I think some people are going to play the waiting game, or they're not feeling it now, but then they're going to get that line. And then when
Yeah.
the Reva figure comes out, and
Oh
then
yeah,
you
and
have
that one too. Yeah.
and you have Reva and him, and then you
Mhm.
have Vader, it's gonna have some presence, and then
Yep.
people are gonna be like, oh shit, I need to
Hey,
rush and get that. And they
what's
may not
that
be able to get it.
script that they putting under all these pictures? What am I not missing there?
I think it's the name of the person that took the picture, isn't it? Is that what is that?
That's
on
what
the
it,
bottom right. Yeah.
yeah, that's what I think
Really?
it is. Yep.
Yeah, it's like their signature.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering what that was. I don't think I've seen it like quite the way that they have it laid out.
Yeah, I didn't even see it until oh wow.
Yeah, yeah. Like
Yeah.
I think other people have different ones. You'll see them under it, like their
Absolutely.
watermark, I guess, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely. Phil Atlanta, the collector says, I think, he said, I think you hit the buy button, got the Reva figure coming, was able to get Moses Ingram's autograph with the photo session. That is awesome. That is cool right there, brother. Absolutely cool. Second brother, want to go to you. Your opinions, your thoughts on this piece right here. I know you got this coming in, but also want to ask you, just your overall thoughts. But also want to ask you, where is it at? Did I have just your overall thoughts on this figure, and how do you plan to display it in your collection?
Well, I plan on displaying it with the Inquisitor standing alongside Vader and Reva being elevated, being choked out.
I love that.
So I'm gonna have to try to figure that out, to try to find a clear stand, try to elevate her and elevate her up while Vader choking her out. So, I'm probably gonna pose it up that way. I really hope that they produce the other Inquisitors and don't leave them in purgatory.
Yeah.
That would be definitely a huge disappointment, leaving money on the table, not doing that. All these, and Joey made a good point about that death stare.
Yes.
And for someone to have seen that death stare before in real life, you're just like, okay, it's freaky to see. But like Joey said, when you got the rolling eyes and you got all these different things going on now, it makes you give a sharper look on these figures and look at the finer details, even deeper.
Exactly.
Because every time when they're Hot Toys, when they produce figure and the sculpts, it's like, damn, it makes us look more and more and deeper into detail. Like you can actually see some of the figures, like Anakin, like the artisan Anakin. It looked like he's sweating.
Yeah.
If you look at his skin, it looks like he's actually sweating.
Exactly.
Does this have rolling eyes though, Eamon?
Which one for
Grand Inquisitor?
No.
Oh, that's why you guys were saying about the stare.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's almost like old now, right? I mean, I'm almost wondering if all these new versions, Eamon, coming out, because they're going to have rolling eye function. If it's going to like, I don't know, cheapen the value of the ones that are already out there. Like, oh, we got better ones, and
I feel like the eyes have more depth when they have the rolling eyeball.
I agree.
You could,
I
and I
agree.
was looking at a figure the other day that didn't have the rolling eyes. Like, bro, like you can tell the difference. Like, it's crazy how much of a difference you can tell.
So, Collector Joey, if they we always like to talk about this with Lael Jyn Erso, and if they actually came out with an artisan Jyn Erso, and let's say they gave you that, but they also gave you sculpted hair while they were at it too, but had rolling eyes. It can literally put those other ones, as good as they are, to shame in a way if they do a good job.
Yeah.
Just for the rolling eyes, not even the hair.
Yeah, because you could tell. It's crazy how much. 'Cause I was thinking that to myself. What is next that we're gonna notice like that? That we're gonna see the difference. It's like you don't know what it is, but later on there could be something else like skin texture. Anything.
Yeah, you hit it. You hit it with the skin texture.
Yeah.
Because Jay, that's why I wanted that artisan Anakin, which I missed out on. I was still gonna get, because I just think because of the rolling eyes, like Collector Joey's saying, it's just superior in every way to the
And that's the
to
thing.
the other one.
And that's the thing. A lot of these newer and one of the reasons, like, I love older figures, and I'm known as the Good Morning Grails guy. I did it, for you, and we go back and we do those Good Morning Grails every now and then. But I also got to a point last year when I was buying a lot of those older figures. I started to see the age. I just really started, especially the stuff from like 2009 and down, and especially in 2014, you really start to see the age on these pieces because they got good. Like over the last couple of years, Hot Toys have gotten really, really good with their work. And it's just, especially when it comes to paint applications. And now, Joey, I mean, you hit it right on the head. Now seeing these eyes where they're just so recessed in, you could just tell when now that they have the rolling. Now we get so many figures that have rolling eyeballs in them now. You could just see where the ones that have the fixed eyes, it just tends to look more toyish, and now the other ones look more like, because when those rolling eyes, it gives it life. That's the thing, and it enhances the likeness of the figure.
Do you
And
guys
more glossy, I think, too.
Yep, absolutely.
Do you guys think with the I almost say the coming of AI is already here. So you think some of these sculpts having AI is having a hand in the production of the sculpts to make them more realistic?
That is a great question. But before we continue with that, I got to bring this guy in here.
Hey,
Scale, man.
what's up, guys?
Scale Mafia.
Hey. Why am I full screen? Like, what the hell? What's up?
Hey,
what's going on, guys?
Just want to see you and see all that, wondrous.
Well, I don't have any lights on. I didn't really, but yeah, man, what's good? How are you? How are you guys?
Hello.
What's up?
We're here.
How you doing?
Good to have you here,
man.
brother.
Good. Hell yeah.
Absolutely. Going back to what you were saying, second brother. With AI, using AI technology to enhance the sculpts. That's crazy.
Hope not.
Could be.
It's the artistry that I want, Jay. Hey, man, I want some human painting the damn thing. Otherwise, I'll buy freaking Hasbro. I hope not.
You got to look at where we at. Look at where we at now, and some of these sculpts been too damn good.
Yeah,
it was just like okay, wow. It's hard to find an imperfection in any piece nowadays, except for the tailoring. That's what I'm talking. You probably find inaccuracies, but now it's just like, damn, these things are just like spot on. Especially, Hera, Finish, those two right there. It's just like, whoa, that's next level right there.
Yeah,
we start getting these artisans in hand, man.
It's affecting the price too. Like the Scarlet Witch, I was gonna bring that up. You got those other ones that went in stock, that went on wait list. They come out with this one. Collector Joey's talking about the rolling eyes make a big difference, and they do. I mean, not everyone's gonna think the same way, right? Beauty's an eye of the beholder, but my opinion is at least that prototype looks better than the other Elizabeth Olsen ones. Like, what are you going to do with those now?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know.
And that makes it harder. It definitely does. Lou, first of all, your overall thoughts on this figure, but also, do you think this figure is a 10? Granted, because you think it's a 10, you think it's a home run, or do you think it could have been better?
It definitely could have been better. But it looks great. It looks great. This looks like, what we expect from Hot Toys. The expectation of Hot Toys is that, stamp of approval. This is, the creme de la creme of 1/6 scale collecting, because a lot of people frown upon chasing third parties. And I'm not one of them. I chase my third parties. I get my third parties. But Hot Toys is the seal of approval, the licensed, aficionado. This is the best you're going to get right now as a licensed product. And the closest thing you're going to get to accurate is going to be the statues. And even then, sometimes that could flop. And the Hot Toys will end up looking better. Here, it could have been a 10 out of 10 with the rolling eyes.
Yeah.
Going back to the rolling eyes. Because when this came out, and I said this, what was it, 2 years ago when I started streaming with everybody, Rolling Eye system needs to be Hot Toys' standard. It needs to be the standard. I see like that VX line is like, oh yeah, look, this is the best that we can do with what we got. Now make that a standard.
Yep.
Rolling Eye system, everything. You know, LED features, everything.
Yeah.
USB feature, everything. Like, don't slack. You know, just I understand. You know, cost is this and cost is that, but then again, I know you're cutting and slicing it so that way you can make the profit. But still, this guy, he's already a chaser since he's waitlisted. A lot of people, I know, have him on the wait list. I have him on wait list, but everyone else, they already have him pre-ordered, locked in. I'm ready to go to town, and the ones who are gonna flip it, they're gonna try, and they're gonna try to double up when they get the Reaver, and then when they release the Vader, that's trifecta right there. You're talking buku bucks.
And when they put out the other two, Loco Lu, which I believe that they will,
the brothers and sisters, you gotta add those the others in there.
Star Wars, you really can't go wrong to put out like figures, because I think that just a brand Star Wars, you could say, hey, here's poop on a stick, Star Wars.
Oh,
you know, you get a couple thousand that'll buy it.
Oh, listen, I got one even better for you. You have, and I'm gonna bring this up, and I'm just talking from a toy standpoint versus a character, right? Toy standpoint versus a character. You have this guy who comes with the USB lightsaber, right? And we all know what lightsabers do. They cut stuff in half. Obviously not realistically, but still, you know, they're badasses. They're Dark Jedi, whatever you want to call them, right?
Right.
And then you got Grand Admiral Thrawn. Thrawn don't come with a lightsaber. He just sits there and looks pretty. He is the I am the chess master 3 steps ahead of you. If that happened, I already planned for it. I'm out. You get what I'm saying? That's different in comparison to this. This guy, he got his chest lighting up. He has his lightsaber lighting up. He stands out if you turn off the lights. He stands out when you put him next to Vader as well. Not to say that, you know, Thrawn won't, because Thrawn is Thrawn. You know, but as a toy, people will see, like, just somebody who don't know nothing about no figures, and they see, oh, that's a guy in a suit, you know, like, ooh, this guy got a dual lightsaber. Oh, I know what that is. Let me go look at that. You know, and he got a light up chest. Was that an arc reactor? No, that's Marvel. What's this? You know, talk to me more about this light up little thingy majiggy. You know what I mean? It sparks up a little bit more conversation for those who are not initiated.
Absolutely.
You know, and we are initiated. So when it comes to this, it's like, it's not a 10, but, you know, it's one of those figures that you're going to want in your collection to have in crazy poses, because I don't see no pleather on this bad boy to mess them up.
That's right. That is right. Great, and all great thoughts right there. Miles Dyson, you hit me with something with this right here, because I mean, I was thinking about this the other day, but it makes so much sense. I still think Rolling Eyes is their excuse for not giving us multiple head sculpts on most figures. That makes a lot of sense. It really does. Good way to save money, you know, because, you know, back in the day, that whole Pearl system was done a little differently with the joystick. And I believe InArt actually adapted that with their figures. But Hot Toys has perfected, into my opinion, a cheaper, more inexpensive way to do it. So that's a good point. That makes a lot of sense right there. That's a real good one right there. Anthony, want to go to you on this figure? I know. I don't know. You didn't do a show? Yes. Did you do a show yesterday?
No.
Okay, so definitely want to know your opinions on this figure right here, on this bad boy. I know you didn't really dig the Kenobi series like that, but as a figure itself, just want to know your thoughts and the battery operation and everything on it, and just also, when do you think we'll see the rest of this line? Because we got this figure this week, and we know we got a bunch of other figures coming as well. But do you think they're going to kind of push this line out, or are they going to hold back a little bit? Meaning like how they did the Loki line, like how all those figures just kind of came out over a series of weeks. Or do you think they're going to kind of hold these pieces and like make us wait for that Vader and Obi-Wan?
No, I mean, I don't know. Like, okay, so like the Vader, I dopoed on Sideshow, right?
Yeah.
And my final payment was October, but then I got an email from Sideshow, and they're like, "Hey, your final payment's gonna be November." So I got to thinking, okay, well then Vader's probably gonna come out this month, I guess, unless they push it another month, right? Because it was October to March, so October being the bare minimum. They could say, "Hey, we're pushing to December. Hey, we're pushing to January." I don't know, right? But I'm assuming maybe we'll get it in November because all we have is this and Reva and Vader and Obi-Wan right now, right? Yeah. So it kind of sucks though because the other two, the brother and sister, haven't been announced.
Nope.
So even if they do get announced, we're gonna have to wait like a year for them.
Right.
So you know.
You two got the 501st from that series coming out.
Oh yeah, and the alternate, yeah, that's right. The alternate 504. That I don't know where that is. They could just make that in a day.
Right.
So, yeah, so I'm not
For
sure
real.
about that one, but I mean, like, that would suck though because then we would have to wait another year. So it's like we've already waited over a year for these, so then it'd be like a 2.5, 3 year wait just to get this line, right? Which whatever. I mean, I get it. You know, there's so much other shit to buy that you know you don't want to get overwhelmed. So I get that, but I may still pick this guy up. You know, I the only reason I have not like committed is because I don't know if they're gonna put the other two.
Right.
You know, I still have my two purge troopers ready to go.
Right.
So you know, and because I figured the bare minimum that I would do is the 2 purge troopers and then Vader. Because that's just kind of, you know, it's classic stuff, right? You got 1 figure with 2 troopers, you know, that's cool. If all else fails, then I got that. I think that's cool. If they announce the other 2, then I would hunt this down. Because I think he looks cool, man. I liked him, but I didn't watch Rebels, so, you know, a lot of people had complaints because he doesn't look like the animated one. But, you know, for my first experience of him, I thought he was cool. And I think he looks great, man. I think he looks great. It's cool to get an Inquisitor saber, if nothing else, too. I mean, it's just cool shit, man. So, and he lights up. Come on, man. I think he looks pretty badass.
What's kind of interesting about it is that if they come out with those the other Inquisitors, would they have rolling eyes or would they not have rolling eyes? That's something too that you got. Why would you come out with the newer figure that doesn't have rolling eyes when that's the standard now? And then if they do have rolling eyes, it's gonna look different than.
Well, they might not do that just to keep things consistent because those two are way lesser known. Yeah. Right, in terms of like the show and the actors, so it would be weird. They'll probably just put them out as regular releases, I'm guessing, just to keep it all on the board, because that would be kind of weird. People would be like, "Yo, well, what Obi-Wan didn't or Reva did?" You know, it would just be kind of funky. So, but it's cool. I like to have them. I mean, you know, I like more dark side stuff. I know they're not Sith, but you know that the whole dark side stuff is cool to have a shelf. If we could have all of them. Throw in the couple purge troopers, have that Vader there. That'd just be a badass looking shelf, regardless of the show. You know what I mean? The show is like whatever, but the shelf presence would just look awesome. I'd be like, dude, that's like the cool dark side shelf or whatever, you know? Yeah. Yeah, I think it looks awesome, man. It looks great, man. Stoked for people who had already, you know, pre-ordered him. But like I said, I want to wait. I want to wait and see if they drop the others.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Go ahead, Aries. I'm sorry.
My wait list for Iron Man Mark III 2.0 came through.
There you go. There you go. Dreams do come true.
I want that
one. Dreams do come true. Absolutely. We got 76 in here, guys. Remember to hit that like button and make sure you subscribe to everybody on this channel right here. Anthony, Scale Mafia, Loco Lu, Tripod. I'm not going to call you that. But
I got another name for that.
Six Scale Cantina, Collector Joy, of course, and of course, second brother, definitely. Guys,
AJ, I just gotta say, I know you're going to different things, but
sure,
you guys did all notice, like for like a whole week or it seemed longer, that Sideshow had how many figures? Like the 2-pack Nightmare, Batman, and Dark Suit Superman at 30% off.
Free
shipping and none of that stuff, Anthony's even a low stock warning. It's still all there.
No, it's of course it's still there. It's all like, oh shit. They're like,
how much do they got?
I got that. I got
they
that
have
tumbler.
too much.
I got the tumbler for 409.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's not
Good
about how
deal.
much they got. It's more of people who are into DC know that this is the end of the road for those characters. They may dip their toes into InArt, because InArt is the one that is pushing the WB line. So if they're going to go that route, they may just stop where they're at, because if they don't have everything, they might as well jump on the bandwagon with InArt, or they're waiting for the new DCEU to pop off, and they can get the stuff from there. So, and we already had a awesome start. We got the Batman. So
Right.
Yeah. But even those
people are
two,
just waiting.
I was surprised because I was like, "Ooh, wait a minute! I could get the like go to Marvel, the Mark 85 Iron Man, both the regular and the battle damage." And I'm like, none of this is even on 30. I mean, you're talking about getting, like, if you have some points, a couple $100 for a freaking $400 Iron Man, and still there. Like, whoa,
Still there.
dude.
Yeah.
Maybe they got to
Yeah, I
go
got-
50% off.
At the end of the
They
day, it was like 35.
They
That's when I,
only
that's when I pulled the trigger.
Remember this happened last year. Like, just they're not gonna give us everything we want, but they are gonna they're gonna do that fucking buy one get one half off again.
Logo
Oh,
shit.
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. The
Now, if
stacker.
they
That's
want to
the
move
stacker.
product, do BOGO. Like, just buy one get one free. People will eat it up. It'll stimulate the economy. A lot of really, right? Because a lot of people will be like, shit, I'll get one and flip it or whatever. Or, know, but
Right.
it'll get rid of it'll get rid of a lot of stock. I mean,
Didn't
just
they-
do it.
Didn't
Well,
they
they
do
tried
that?
that.
Didn't they do that with Carol Danvers?
Well,
Yeah.
they
They
gave
did
her
that with
away.
Yeah.
They did that with Mando, and they still got tons of Mando still sitting around.
How
Yeah.
much of
From
this
Yeah.
shit do
to
they
Mando himself.
How much of this shit do
You remember
they
back in the
have?
day though, we would get shit like they would just give you free shit. Like I think we got Tonto. I think we got Zod. No, I mean a while ago though. Like
Yeah, this is like 20.
Like, 2014.
Yeah.
Like they were just like, oh, you're buying a figure? Here's a Zod on us. Here's the Tonto. Like that was cool. But now they're doing the thing. If you spend, it's just like the sort of right the Nano Gauntlet. You could have just got.
Yep.
If you bought something that was not on sale, you paid retail, you would have got a freaking life-size Nano Gauntlet. That's pretty cool. But
Yeah.
they got way too much shit, man. They couldn't even give that Captain Marvel away.
They couldn't even give it away. That's the thing that's crazy.
There's just so much. There's so much backstock.
Yeah, so they had to, they had to, and this is, it makes sense. This is why they had to do lower batches, and we're seeing stuff, go waitlist quicker now because they just couldn't get. I mean, the shit was just sitting, and still got it. I wonder how many damn boxes, how many crates and crates of Endgame and Infinity War figures do they still have? I mean,
They look like this. It looked like this, baby. It looked like this.
Guys,
it looked like this.
Jesus.
It looked like this.
Jesus.
It looked like that.
Oh my god.
Weren't they doing it last year at Spooktacular too, or is the time just going too fast that I'm not keeping
They did
track?
it last year too with Spooktacular.
With some
They
of the
did it
same
last year.
damn figures that are still in stock. I think.
Oh yeah. Some of the same figures. Yeah.
Oh,
You're gonna get the Tusken Raiders and the Troopers and the Landos and the Mandos and the Endgames. Like they're just there. I mean,
Oh, you rapping now? You rapping now, bro?
Landos and the Mandos.
Well, I'm just thinking of all the shit. Yeah, like it happens to rhyme, I guess. Yeah,
Shoot, we got somebody. We got to bring. We got to bring it up. I can't even talk today. We got to bring my guy in here. Make sure if you have it, make sure you wish him a belated happy birthday. We got my guy, 1/6ScaleMan, Leo, in the damn building. What's going on?
Up, bro?
What you pimping? How you doing, brother?
What's going on, man? How you doing, brother?
What's up, baby?
Doing good,
Chilling.
man. Just want to get your before we jet out on this figure. Want to get your opinions on this guy right here. Collector Joey just brought up a real good point about looking at these figures now. Now it's easy. Now that we've been kind of spoiled with figures that have that rolling eye system, when we get figures that don't, it's kind of easy to tell. It's kind of like it kind of takes you out of it a little bit, kind of breaks up the illusion, because the ones that do have the rolling eyes now kind of have that depth behind the eye and look a little bit more realistic. So just wanted to get your opinion on that, and also the figure.
Well, with the rolling eyes, bro, like I kind of learned not to get too attached.
No,
to be quite honest, like don't get attached to the technology because it can change. You got to also keep in mind that a lot of these figures, when they were released, or not released but revealed, that technology wasn't involved. You know what I mean? It was, so we knew that some things we knew from the very beginning. They specified it, so it just wasn't going to happen. As we went on past Obi-Wan and we started getting a lot of these newer figures, and once the in-art effect took effect, you know what I mean? That's when we started seeing like the rolling eyes, more purrs, the sculpts even better. Again, bro, I honestly believe that we are moving away from the days when Hot Toys would rely on these companies or these production companies or studios that they would go through giving us lackluster head sculpts, because this looks just like the prototype. It's almost damn near similar to the prototype.
Absolutely.
And it's starting to get good. So they told us in the very beginning that they weren't going to have purs. It's up to us to decide whether or not we want to do the research.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't get too attached to the whole purr situation. Again, Mace Windu, another situation. We're not getting the purrs with that figure. It is what it is. No rolling eye technology. And on top of that, it's another figure that has no hair. Bald-headed figures don't get that technology. This is the way it is. Unless they have that split neck, of course, then you don't have to worry about that. But again, I don't get too attached. As far as the figure's concerned, this shit's awesome, bro. It's a dope-ass figure. I already said that from the very beginning. It was a pre-order. It was a day one for me because I wanted everything from this line.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Even though, like I said, say what people will about the show, I enjoyed it thoroughly. I basically enjoyed it because, again, I'm getting live action Inquisitors. I'm getting a fight between Vader and Obi-Wan again. I was so happy about that. I love the Reva figure. I love the Reva fat character. Again, you can't look, not the actor's fault that the writing wasn't up to par. Hopefully they can get a redemption story for that character.
Absolutely.
And I'm still locked in on it. You know what I mean? But again, I love this figure, man. I cannot wait. Having just basically the USB option is a plus, is a bonus. You know what I mean? So I'm good with that. I can't wait, bro. It's an Inquisitor, and on top of that, the hood is functional.
Oh wow! So we found that out. Awesome.
Yes,
okay.
I have pictures to prove it. The hood is functional, so you can put the hood over the head, and it looks dope as fuck. Cool.
That is
so
cool.
Again,
nice
you have options now. So even if you don't have the rolling eyes that you want, bro, if you take that hood and cover it right here, and all you see is from here down, that's menacing, bro. That is menacing. So yeah, I love this figure, bro. I love everything about it. I can't wait to get the notification. I'm so glad that I ordered it day one, and I didn't fall into that trap of wait list, bro. Because again, I don't want to do that. I don't want it to be a chase figure. If it's something that I want, I'm going to get day one. Star Wars is my thing. You already know that day one, it trumps over everything else in life. So I'm right there with it, bro.
Absolutely, man. Well said.
So Leia,
great
question:
thoughts.
Is it a 10 for you?
Is it a what? Hell yeah, it's a 10. Definitely,
10.
It's a 10 for me. And that's because, like I said, it's now, mind you, it if it would teeter from a 10, it would just basically be because of the simple fact that it's the accuracy of the head sculpt as far as the head. But I'm forgiving because it's live action, and I'm cool with that.
Right.
But for me, because it's an Inquisitor, it's the Grand Inquisitor, something that I never thought in a million years since Rebels, since that we were going to actually see. So to see that in live action, I'm cool with it, bro. For me, I'm all in on this line. I just pray to God that they go ahead and release those other two. Because I want to complete the line. I pray that they basically do that because I want the other two. So I'm all in on this, bro.
No, I totally 100% agree on that. Joey, I know you're gonna have to get ready to go in a minute, so I want to go to you on our next our next figures. This guy here, the Baba Yaga, bro. Your thoughts on this and Kane, bro? What is your thoughts?
So this was actually my first John Wick film, so I actually really like both these characters in here. Honestly, I really like Kane. Kane is really cool, but this one looks good. I like the head sculpt. I like that you can switch out the hair too. I think that's cool. If you want to have this hair for an action pose, and then you have just the museum pose, you'll have the other hair. This one right here, that's awesome. I think that's really, really good. So I can't even see the seam line where you could take off the hair. I guess you can't even see it, which is really nice. The suit, look at the detail in the suit, the patterns in it. Gosh, that looks so good. I really like it. It's not a pre-order for me yet. But seeing that one pose where he's holding like the gun right here, and it's like the assault rifle is like on his, I don't know which one it is though. It was like one of the, let's see.
If I can find it.
Yeah, it was like one of them. Yeah, it looks so good. I guess it's not on here. Yeah, whenever I was looking for it, I couldn't find it either. But I think it looks really good. This is one that you can just have, and it'll have some really good shelf presence. I know a lot of people love this IP too. If someone's coming in your house, they're gonna freaking look at this one, and most likely they're gonna know what it is, like off the bat.
Absolutely. Do you think the sculpt looks a little bit animated?
The beard is very soft, but I think that Hot Toys can fix that it's like that Obi-Wan. Remember Obi-Wan's was really soft. Yep. I think that's just the only problem. And Hot Toys, if they hear any feedback about that, they'll fix that up in the production.
Absolutely. Also want to get your thoughts on this guy right
that
there.
Guy,
I'm so excited. This is one smooth motherfucker right here.
He is, bro. This was my first introduction to him, and I love this character so much. The kitchen scene, I don't know if y'all remember that one. That one was fire, bro.
Yes,
yes. And I like that it has the sculpted ring on the hand. That's awesome too. I love when they do those little details. And the suit with the sweater under it looks great. Turtleneck looks great. You get so much accessories, and this is kind of what we like about Hot Toys. We never see like actual guns. We usually see blasters and just everything like that. But now we're getting like a flintlock pistol, a freaking sword, a pistol, a regular pistol, assault rifle, shotgun. You're getting everything. So I think it's really cool. I like it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Well, brother, thank you so much for joining us. I wish we could have had more time with you. I know we started a little late. It's my fault, bro. Definitely. If whatever you want to get on the panel, bro, just let me know. And I definitely will be returning the favor on being on your show as well.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Absolutely. Be awesome. Definitely. Well, make sure you guys, if you haven't already, subscribe to Collector Joey. He has a stream right after this one. Probably make sure y'all go over, show my man some love. He's killing it in the game right now. You got anything you want to promote before you leave us?
Nothing much. Just I just came out with the Green Goblin review. If you guys want to check it out.
Nice.
So
nice.
Thank you for having me though.
Definitely
really appreciate it. Awesome panel tonight. Y'all are gonna crush it as usual. See y'all in the chats.
All right, appreciate you, brother.
Have a good night, man.
All right,
thank you so much, bro.
Peace.
Have a good one, bro. Definitely. That's Collector Joey. Make sure y'all go there and check him out. Hold my man down. He is nothing but great content. Definitely. What you doing, Leo? You up to some shit? I know.
Always. He's always up to some shit. It's Leo, brother.
I got a feeling that me and Kane are gonna be brothers or some shit like that. I got a feeling. I wouldn't be mad at that because my brother looks smooth.
Nah. So Anthony was sitting still for way too long, and I put something in the chat.
What? I didn't see it, I guess. My bad. What did you put in the chat, man? Oh no, bro, I'm good. No, I just
bro, he was no lie. Honestly, like this. He was in it like like when the baby, bro, you could tell when the baby's taking his shit in the diaper, his eyes get closed a little bit. Bro, he was like this. He was like,
I'm so reading, man.
Bro, he just like this, bro. He was like this.
Focus.
No, I was reading something, man. I gotta squint sometimes, man. Nobody brought it here, man.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's
God,
funny, man.
It's funny. That's
Oh
funny
shit.
Oh,
funny.
Big bro. So man, I already know, man. I already know you getting into this IP, man, dude. But what do you know? We talked about it behind backstage, but man, your thoughts on this piece? We're gonna go back and forth with them. Your thoughts on this piece right here, man. This one and Kane, bro.
Man, this is a no-brainer for that. I'm like, I love Wick. I love what they did with this figure. Man, they got my man with the shotgun firing the dragon's breath. You can't go wrong. Can't go wrong with that. But Kane is going to steal the shine from Wick.
I agree.
He's going to steal the shine from Wick because his character. You are expecting so much more out of him.
Yeah,
I'm just. Like, can't wait to hear an announcement. They're gonna give him his own movie. See what happened with when the old girl finally catches up with him. They gave him a teaser.
Yeah,
see what happens with that.
Yes.
It's just you just. I mean, I can't say any more than what everyone else said. Particularly when it comes to Kane. To have both of them together with the standoff, the 20-pace standoff with the flint, with the flintlock. No, they weren't flintlock pistols. They were pretty much forgot what you call them. It comes to me.
Yeah,
pistols man. They are. So it's amazing to me for when I saw the film and the rounds that they were using.
Yeah.
I was just like, how the hell we're going to survive getting hit multiple times with those damn rounds? Because those are not handgun rounds that goes inside those pistols. So
right,
that's when you got movie magic going on. When you're into guns and finding ballistics and all that shit, you're just like, whoa, wait a minute.
And trying to taking you out of it, I know they started at a further pace, and the closer they got, that's where it became more deadlier. But even just getting hit, even just getting grazed by one of those rounds, cancel Christmas. Your arm is gone. You know what I'm saying? So, movie magic.
Yeah, like you said, movie magic. When you turn around and getting the guns and ballistics on something, I'm sitting there like, damn, the Wick got hit. He got hit close to his flank area with that type of round, with the energy behind it. I don't know. But, that's all for the imagination. But as we were talking about for the figure, day one pre-orders, my damn pre-order list is getting thick, and I'm sitting up there like, all right, I need to slow down. But then they come out with this shit like, what the hell?
Yeah, man.
How many pre-order pages you got?
5.
5? Okay. I'm still at 3. I'm lucky. I'm still at 3.
Yeah.
What I would say with that pre-order list of 5, I would say 2.5 out of that 5 are already paid off. So
that's not bad.
So
that's damn good.
I've been on a paying off bonanza since July.
That is damn good. Also, before we continue, want to give a shout out to Christian D. I call him Christian Dior. Christian Detour's Collections. What's up with you, brother?
What's up,
always
Christian?
Always good to have Christian here. Absolutely. Go back to you, Anthony, on this. Yeah, dude, what's your thought about these Wick figures, man? They look amazing, man. I mean, are you real familiar with the property? Have you watched most of the Wick movies?
I'm familiar. The problem is I was waiting to watch 3 and then I didn't, and then 4 came out. So now I'm like, all right, I'll just watch them back to back. So I haven't watched 3 or 4 yet.
So you still got to see Parabellum. Okay, got you.
Yeah. So yeah, I still haven't seen 3 or 4 yet, but this is a badass figure, man. I can't speak much on Kane other than it's Donnie Yen. I haven't seen the movie, so but Donnie Yen's badass, so I'm sure he's badass in the movie. But yeah, I'm gonna pick this one up. It's weird because I haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna watch it, but it's also John Wick, so I didn't like the John Wick 2 one that they put out.
Yeah,
and I feel like if for me, I just need a John Wick, so this would be the John Wick to do. You know what I mean? Out of the 2, so even if it's not necessarily the movie that I've seen, it's still John Wick. as a representation of having John Wick. I mean, it's Keanu Reeves in a suit. So, but I like the way he looks a lot, man. It's cool to swap out hair. I think that's pretty neat. It's got nunchucks, katana, a couple of guns. Pretty badass, dude. A lot of hands both of these guys have. That's bringing me back.
A lot of hands.
Right back in the day where we would get, we would get hands. We haven't really been getting that lately. So
we've been getting figures with like maybe 2 sets, if you're lucky. So it's
if
like,
we're lucky, it's been kind of Hot Toys been a little bit scarce, with certain things lately. But this is awesome, man. This looks great, man, and it's good, man. We haven't, like I said, we had that John Wick like 4 years ago, 3 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a minute, about 4. Yeah, it's been 4 years.
I know, time is just it's just flying, dude. So great looking figure. I didn't expect anything less from them, man. I'm glad. I don't know what the hang up was, right? Because they had teased these at first for a while, and then they took them down right away, and then there was silence, and then there was the conventions where they showed them off last month or so, and then we were like, oh cool, look, there they are, and then boom, so this is like 3 months of weird, who knows, maybe it was scheduling, but I'm glad that we're seeing them now, and they're priced right, I think. So
price is good, definitely. We're seeing a lot of that.
We're getting
seeing a lot of that lately, of the prices just being good.
And they're tailoring both, I think, looks great, man. So
appropriately, items.
Yeah,
that's what it is. Because we got that with Jesus, guy that came out last week. Oh my God, lost my train of thought. I lost it. See, this is what happens when you get older. Thrawn, yes, we saw that with Thrawn last week. I mean, priced appropriately. It really didn't come with that much.
No, but Imperial officers never really that. You know what I mean? They've never were that expensive. So it's, obviously they're a little bit more than they were, say like Krennic or, Tarkin. But I mean, scaled appropriately, and I mentioned that last week, right? I was like, they could have charged like $300 for Thrawn.
Right.
They didn't. Yeah. They didn't, people would have bought it. So, it's nice that they're not exactly gouging, at that point. They're like, hey, look, we know he's an Imperial officer. He doesn't come with much. We're going to price them accordingly. So
it makes total sense. Totally makes sense. Want to go to you, Aries, real quick, jumping around a little bit. Your thoughts on the Wick figure? We'll go back to the Wick figure right here. But do you think that this could have used a rooted hair sculpt?
I think a lot about this figure, Jay, actually, and about the Donnie Yen one, and about the Harrison Ford one, because you have to wonder if it's possible that we're going to get other Keanu Reeves IP stuff and other, Donnie Yen stuff from other IPs and other stuff from Harrison Ford and another IP, Matrix, Star Wars. And I say yes. And I think that's the thing that's most interesting to me about these John Wick figures, and even that Indiana Jones one, is I do think that there's a plethora of licenses and actor approval figures that are going to be coming out here before the end of the year. And I'm seeing some figures come out with movies that aren't exactly smashes, like Avatar or like Endgame.
Yep.
Or, like Infinity War, where you're going to make $2 billion on a movie or something like that to justify to put out a character. As a matter of fact, I'm seeing box office bombs. I mean, just crap bombs. I love the movies like The Flash and questionable series where they're just coming out with figure after figure after figure after figure. And I don't know, to me, it's like it's they're not putting out a whole lot, which to me, opens the door for characters. I'm a Star Wars guy, like Leia is first and foremost. I'd love a character like Watto. I'd love a Sebulba.
Yep.
I love something, one of the Queen Amidala's in one of those outfits that is just really going to pop out on my collection to be like, wow, look what I got. And somebody will come in and be like, oh, yeah, that's for that Star Wars movie with that Queen. They'll say it like that because they don't even know it's Amidala. They haven't seen it in 12 years or 15 years or whatever. I think that's, for me, that's what I want in my collection. People come over Thanksgiving. People come over for, a get-together I'm having or something like that. And, when I see stuff like that, it gives me a lot of hope. I really think because of this economy and because they're trying to come out with all kinds of crap left and right to try and keep people's interest, I could see other figures from the Matrix. I could see. I don't know. I think Harrison Ford is coming really, really quick for Star Wars. I'm just saying. I think we're going to get another one, a young Indiana Jones. I think we're probably going to get a young Indiana Jones from that Indiana Jones movie. To be quite honest with you, I don't think they're going to pass on that opportunity, especially if they limit it to a couple thousand. I just don't see it. That being said, to answer your question with hair, I am getting a little spoiled because when I see what InArt did with Heath Ledger, and now I'm seeing what Hot Toys is capable of doing with Heath Ledger. I'm seeing what's going on with what they're doing with Viggo Mortensen, with Aragorn, with Ian McKellen. I'm seeing what Hot Toys is doing with Elizabeth Olsen, what they did with Gal Gadot, with the Wonder Woman. And I look at this and I'm like, this is so, this is dope to me. But I also realize it could be better.
Yeah.
I mean, it's plastic. I mean, anybody and any 5-year-old can look at this close up and be like, oh, this is like so real looking, but the hair is plastic.
Right.
But if you look at that Elizabeth Olsen or you look at that freaking Gandalf from InArt, that 5-year-old might look at it and be like, is that alive? I'm just saying. I'm just saying it. I'm like a kid at heart when I collect these things. So these are the questions I ask. I want the best thing that's out there. I want the most realistic piece in my hand. I really don't want second best, to be honest with you. Just being honest with you. Not with this stuff. That's why I came in it.
That makes a lot of sense.
Man, you got.
I just don't.
That Gandalf's the best thing I've ever seen, man.
It looks like the best thing I've ever seen. It's unbelievable.
There you go.
I'm not just saying
your,
it. I mean,
your video. It's like
it's
like a real person.
Yeah, InArt's fucking awesome, dude. Like seriously, like both things I've gotten from him so far, like I was blown away.
I look at the Joker every day, and it especially how I got him posed now with the grenades and his jacket and everything, and just the look on the sculpt. I'm like, damn. And I'll tell you, I had him on the magnetic base wrong. He fell off the magnetic base and he scraped up his nose a little bit. My NR Joker. But here it is. It actually gave more life to the damn figure. It was like a strange because it looks like it's just debris from the makeup. You know what I'm saying? And it just made it look even more lifelike. So when I hear people say Gandalf, and just looking at the pictures of Gandalf is almost in a category of his own. I can't even put him on the list.
So Jay, let me ask you, if Hot Toys did the hair on this as good as InArt did the Aragorn or that Gandalf, is this figure better?
Absolutely.
Well, then that there you go. That's my opinion on it. I think it's fantastic. I just think it could be better.
There you go. And I think that's fair. That's fair. And who knows? That could have been something that they were wrestling with, and then they just, for some reason, production, whatever time, whatever it came out to be, they were just like, you know what? Let's just give it two sculpted looks and just leave it at that.
And honestly, calling out what Loco Lu said before, he said the same type of scenario with the Grand Inquisitor. He said it's not a 10 for him because it could have had rolling eyes and it could be better. But you said Loco Lu, you gave it an 8 or 9, and I kind of feel that way with this. I know that there's something better available.
Absolutely. Throwing it to Loco Lu. Your thoughts on John Wick and
Must have. I missed out on the first John Wick from Hot Toys.
Yeah.
I was not gonna get a Kit Bash. I was looking at it. I'm like, the Kit Bash don't look like John Wick to me. It didn't. The first Hot Toys, it kind of looked like John Wick. This right here screams John Wick. Granted, it's no in arts, but this is Hot Toys, and Hot Toys, they'll give us the flowing hair, the flowing hair to give us an action pose, which is nice. We kind of need that with John Wick when he's already doing his thing. Do I mind it? No, I actually, bring it in. I invite it in because having the kind of statuesque look. It's fine for certain figures, and like I don't like rooted hair on everything,
Right.
But people have difference of opinion. They want the best of the best, which this is what we talk about. We talk about the best of figures, and our opinions on it. Here, you got the tailoring, you got the sculpt, you got the paint, you got weapons, bro. This guy is straight up a walking Ronin, bro. He got his katana, he got a crossbow, he got a auto rifle. He has a couple of pistols. Come on, man. And then, wait. And then my favorite weapon of all, nunchaku. He got the nunchucks, baby. You remember the film? He was just, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say this. If you rocking nunchucks, you have to come into my collection. You have to.
Yeah.
Rocking nunchucks and a katana, you have to come into my collection. Now, going to Kane.
Turtle power.
Here is going to be the figure to get. This right here has potential grail status.
Yes.
He's not flashy by any means, but what he lacks in flashiness, he actually has in presence. You know what I mean?
He does have a presence.
He has a presence. He's clean. He's suave. He's smooth. And you got this from another Donnie Yang characterization of a blind individual. First time you get him as a blind individual from Hot Toys, Star Wars.
Yeah.
Second time you get him, John Wick. Both fat ass. And both go for a price tag. You get what I'm saying? They both going to go for a price tag. That one for Star Wars, it's already there. Everybody's still holding on to him. Dude, this one right here, you'd be crazy not to get. Because it's a pair. You have to get this. This is the yin to the yang. This is that Kamen Rider Black Sun to Shadow Moon, because you couldn't have one without the other.
Mm-hmm.
This is, though, that opposites need to be together on that same show, because not only are they best friends, they're rivals.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
for a short period of time, enemies for a short period of time.
Yep.
So they fill so many levels, and they come with the accessories to boot, so you can replicate those. So if you don't get both of them, you're slacking. You need these.
Yeah.
Dopo already. This was already ordered.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, these two, I couldn't agree more with you. These two are a must-have, and I mean they go together like peanut butter and jelly. I mean, especially, I know there's some of us on the panel that hasn't seen the movie, so I don't want to spoil it. But yeah, bro, once you see, and when you see this movie, this one is up there with Terminator 2, Terminator. It's up there with Aliens. It's on that level. When I recently just seen this movie, probably like a month ago, and I was sick. It was like when the worst when I was at my worst, and I was just like laying down, and I was like congested and all messed up, and I was just like, this is amazing. This is the best. This is one of the best action movies I've ever. This may be like the best action movie in the last 10 years. It is that damn good. It is that damn good. When you see it, it's gonna make you're gonna be like, all right, I gotta instantly have these figures. It takes it back, bro. It's like it's not retro, but it's like that. It's what action movies used to be and should be today. They elevated it to a whole nother level. They just did.
Well, I can't wait to watch it.
Yeah, I know, and everybody that sees knows that I'm not overselling it. It's that damn good. I didn't expect it to be that good. I was like, oh my god, I wish I'd seen this in the theater. What the hell,
brother? Cuz I got a quick question for you.
Yes, sir.
Can you do a quick poll and see who would win in a fight, John Wick or Frank Castle? I want to see what people really think.
Okay, you got to. Okay, all right. Before you do that, you got to figure out which Frank Castle we talking about. All right. Could we talk about the Tom Jane Frank Castle?
Oh no, come on.
Are we talking about London Frank Castle?
The
Okay.
Tom Jane Frank Castle lost his whole family. And I'm not talking about his immediate family. I'm talking about his whole family. I'm talking about at a family reunion. I mean, his arm was getting hit up with the potato salad. It was ridiculous. He went to the police precinct. It was like, oh my God, Frank, what are you doing here? And he just took the shit so well. So no, he wouldn't win between John Wick.
Okay. I'm just saying, man. You talking about Bernthal? Okay.
That's the burn. We talking about Bernthal shit. I'll throw Dolph up in there. We throw Big Dolph up in there. Come on. Man.
Okay.
Come on.
But then
Punisher's always gonna win. Sorry.
Who would win?
It's Frank Castle, bro.
Yeah, if you got Bernthal, okay, that's gonna be a good one.
I'm just gonna put the Punisher.
Okay.
Tom Jane, hell no.
All right. Wait. You guys are making great arguments for Punisher, but let me remind you, John Wick, they killed his dog, and all this happened because they killed his dog
and took his car.
The car hit the place
and blew his house up.
Yeah.
Punisher still
you guys aren't throwing in Boba Fett. I'm surprised.
Started,
especially the new one.
With a dog.
Well, the chat is. Well, come on, guys. It is in the chat right now. Who would win? We got people saying Punisher. Dockinator Booty King himself says Punisher wins hands down. We got TK Magic Shop says Baba Yaga. Yeah, the Baba Yaga. Big Punisher got this one. Big Pun got this one.
Yep.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Leo, before we move on, man, your thoughts on these two wonderful pieces right here, my brother.
Yeah. Dope, bro. I mean, definitely to be my first John Wick. When it comes to this piece, I think, in my humble opinion, it is definitely better than the first. I mean, even though the first one actually has, as far as weaponry, it might have an arsenal there, but I think this one is cleaner. I think the tailoring on this one is better by far. The fit is better. Having the swappable head sculpt is on point. You get the rolling eyes, you know what I mean? Like, so it definitely looks good, all around. For people who are a fan, of this particular figure. The film was on point too. The film was incredible. Definitely one, for the ages. If you haven't seen it, definitely take a look at it. I mean, there's a particular figure that I would love for them to make from this film, him and his partner, you know what I mean? In case y'all don't know, I mean, I think that figure would be dope because I loved his character in the film. But it's always wishful thinking. We'll never get it, but I think he was just as important. But yeah, I mean, definitely all around, this is, going to be a piece that comes home. And I can't wait. That Kane, of course, we already know about Kane. That, again, that's Donnie Yen. Anytime you can actually get a Donnie Yen in hand, you don't miss that opportunity. I got, for me having, Chert Imwe, I was like, yeah, that's Donnie Yen. This, I think, is, again, like that. If you look at this and you look at Chert, it's like, okay, it's dated. You could tell it's dated, but it still holds up. Yep. You know what I mean? It definitely holds up as a figure. It's definitely still an incredible piece to have. So yeah, this was a no-brainer for me, man. Definitely a no-brainer. But I would advise, definitely take a look at that film. I bought it. Once it was released, I was like, yeah, I just got to get it on physical media as well. But yeah, this is, definitely like whoever took these photos, you could tell that they were extremely happy about both these figures because the poses were on point. It looks like straight up out of a GQ magazine, out of, Variety or something like that. Like they went all in on these pieces. But the thing is about Kane, bro, like I think the movie, as dope as the movie was, the one thing that they lacked is letting him go off. And what I mean is letting him go off, letting him put that gun down and use them hands. because he's nice with the hands. If they would have let him get
busy,
if they would have literally, and this isn't spoiling anything, but if they would have let him get busy, I mean, we're talking about Donnie Yen, bro, and you don't put Donnie Yen in the film and not let him go off because he's just that fucking dope. But yeah, he can whoop somebody's ass with his eyebrow. You know what I mean? So definitely, if they would have did that, that would have been on point. But yeah,
that you ain't ever lied, and that was a missed opportunity. You are 100% right on that.
Yeah.
We should at least got one scene like.
But here's the thing: the dopest part about Donnie Yen in any film is that you could put him in any film that's somebody else's, and he's gonna always outshine them because that's just Donnie Yen. One of the best scenes that I've seen him in is when he was in Blade 2, bro. And he looked at the boy and was like,
"No, man."
he just pointed at him and said, "Come here." Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, I ain't done. You know what I mean? And I was pissed that he went out early in that film. You know what I mean? But still, you put him in, bro, that slow motion double kick in midair, he was doing his thing. So let him go off. I just want to see him go off. Let him go off in any film, bro. He's incredible.
Hell yeah. Nah, you ain't ever lied with that one right there. I totally agree. Totally agree.
Yeah, bro.
Oh my goodness. We got OG Star Wars when just Star Wars. Thank you for the $5 bomb.
Great.
I love it when I get a soupy. So if y'all wanna sprinkle me. Help a brother out, especially around this time of season. But yeah, he says Boba Fett is the most feared bounty hunter in the galaxy and would punish John and the Punisher. Great show. Thanks, Aries, for representing Fett. Appreciate it.
Gotta keep the greed going, baby.
Definitely.
Gotta love OG fan, man. He keeping him up.
Absolutely. He damn sure does.
Hey, Tamora Morrison is back as Boba Fett. We don't know what that means, but
you know what? I gotta jump into that. Only thing that puts Fett over is Slave 1. That's it. That is it.
Dude, the way he smashed those troopers and the Mando sees, he just like crushed them doing his big stick there, whatever the heck that was, the gaffy.
Man, okay, get that gaffy stick and get Kane with his cane.
Yeah, I would love to see that. I love to see that.
I love Fett, but man, I don't know. I don't know.
He's got that jetpack. He can fly off like Captain Marvel.
Yeah, he fly off and get the fuck away. I'm sorry.
What about Cobb Vanth? He wore the suit.
Man, he's standing toe to toe with no Frank Castle. Nah.
First of all, Frank gonna take that sniper rifle and shoot out that goddamn air. He gonna hit the gas canisters on that jetpack. So it's good night one way or the other.
And look, Wick is gonna be like, "Fett, I'm back. You sure you want to do this?" And that's it.
He's like this.
It's gonna be game on.
Yeah, do it.
Now you get that Vader from the Obi-Wan series. That's a different story, though.
Yeah.
That was some badassery. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't know.
If Bat and the Sun is out there listening, give us that match to give it. Give us that Wick versus Fett.
And whoever mentioned Chuck Norris in the chat, I could tell you, the boogeyman checks under his bed for Chuck Norris every night.
Every night.
Every damn night.
Every night. Chuck Norris versus the world. My money is on Chuck. My money is on Chuck too. I ain't gonna lie.
I know exactly who beats Chuck Norris.
Who's that?
Father Time.
Oh,
that beats us all, man.
Time gets everybody. Brother. Time waits for no man. Time will push the clock and be like this. I got you. Laughing in the end. Father Time always wins.
Hey man, Chuck can throw a total gem at you. Leave him alone.
Hey, listen.
It will still be there after he's dead and gone. Just saying.
Hey, Aaron Rodgers tried to play this year. Just saying.
Well,
tried. That's the word. Tried. It's do or do not. There is no try.
Okay, guys. So one of my main topics I wanted to talk about tonight, definitely was this right here, tapping out versus course correction, where we talk about tapping out pretty much, you know, when it just gets too much, or when you're buying a figure, or when you're buying a bunch of figures, and then that bill comes around the corner after pre-order a bunch of shit, and you just like, I ain't got it. You know, we like to call that tapping out. But I talk about tapping out versus course correction, because course correction is something that I think a lot of us goes through, and a lot of us may need in our collection. What is a course correction? A course correction can be a bunch of things. Course correction can be, let's say that you've been putting a lot of stuff on your credit cards. You've been buying figures willy-nilly, and you're like, you know what? These credit cards are whooping my ass. It's time for me to slow down. Nope, I ain't buying that. I gotta purge this. I gotta purge that. Or I gotta let this one go, and I gotta tap out on, you know, this figure right here, or tap out on this collection. So I look at it like this. Tapping out, when you're feeling overwhelmed, you should tap out. If you're not excited about the figure or the property anymore, tap the fuck out. Tap out if you don't have the money and you put things on credit cards. That's another good excuse to tap out. Tap out if the final product looks less desirable than the prototype, then you should definitely tap out. That's how I feel about it, and I think, you know, these are good points for everybody that is collecting. Some of the stuff we already know, but it's always good to, you know, reiterate this stuff, especially around the time of the year when we're about to get hit over the eyes with a bunch of goddamn releases right before the holidays. So I also want to say this to the panel and everybody here, and Anthony, we'll start this with you. Have you ever had plans to collect a figure line, then decided not to buy it? Reasons can be you lost interest after waiting 2 years, or the final product doesn't live up to the prototype, or Hot Toys is just taking too damn long to complete the line. Go ahead, Mike.
Well, yeah, of course, man. It happens all the time. You know, I was super into Mando season 1. Yep. Had everything. And then it just I lost a little bit of interest in it as much. It wasn't as fun to me anymore, I guess. You know, nothing wrong with it. I just wasn't as into it as I was as season 1, right? So my plans changed. I was like, well, maybe I don't really want all of this, right? You know, but that's just one example. I mean, it happens all the time, man. You know, there's a lot of shit that's why you want to like really be. You want to really try to say, you know, if this is what I want to get, this is definitely what I want to get. Like if I want to put in money, if I'm pre-ordering something, or, you know, because you don't want to lose money on canceling shit and, you know, going through hassles, or then, you know, or, you know, conversely, if you know, pre-order too much shit and then you get hit all at once, like, you know, that happens. We'll get 3 or 4 orders ready to go and you're like, whoa, I'm not ready right now. Yeah. So that could be another reason. It happens. I mean, it just, there's no wrong way to collect. You know, like it's hard to say. Like, I don't believe that, you know, cause shit, dude, I've gone through so much shit over the years. You know, sometimes you just lose interest, or you run out of space and you want some of the new stuff. So some of the stuff that you've had forever, maybe you've gotten your mileage out of it, so to speak. You know, that's a good there's one. Some things that just stay forever, but there's some things that don't, that may expire. You know, I mean, look at music or even movies. But I'd say like look at certain music or certain things that you were into 20 years ago. You swore by, oh, that's my favorite band. I love it, and then you're kind of like,
kind of done.
They were, I guess, okay in my 20s, but you know, things like that. I mean, just shit happens, man. So I don't really know any other way to explain it, man, but nobody should give you shit for doing what you need to do for your collection.
Absolutely. I mean, well put and well said. And that's the thing. I mean, you grow out of stuff. You can be in Hot Toys, you know, for years, and then, you know, maybe you come into some money, or maybe you're just at a different point in your life where kids are in college, you got a little extra scratch or something now, and you decide,
like, when is it okay? Like, who's the gatekeeper? Who decides like when it's okay? If you're like, oh well, I just had a kid, I gotta get rid of stuff, and then who's this omnivorous force that's like, oh well, that's acceptable. But what if I'm just like, I don't want this anymore, or I changed my mind? Like, who's telling me like, that's not acceptable. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like the only person that could dictate my collection is me.
Exactly.
You know, unless you guys are all buying my shit for me, then I could be like, all right, well, I guess I'll have to get this free figure then, even though I don't want it. Thank you.
Right.
You know, it doesn't
Right.
work that way. So you're in control of your own collection, your own finances, you know, and do you, man. Doesn't matter.
Absolutely. Want to throw this question to Aries. You know, your whole thoughts on tapping out or, a course correction, and when you need to do a course, when you feel that you should do a course correction, or you just lose interest on things, or you just want to redirect your collection into a different direction. Like you yourself, you know, you were saying that like, hey, I got these Hot Toys figures are great. The ones that I have are great, but I see the light. I'm moving more toward, and I think it's safe to say you're kind of moving more towards the artisans and, you know, to these super high quality type of figures, because we want the best representation of these characters. Not meaning that you're going to get rid of all your stuff, but from going forward, that's where you want to go. So just your thoughts on all that.
Yeah, it's good. It's good thoughts that I can expand on that. I do want to say, I think that Anthony really hit it on the head. I think he's, 100% right, and I'm in total agreement. You gotta go with what floats your boat. And no one can really tell you or dictate to you, right? What's good for you, what's good for your collection, that type of thing. I think you need to discover that yourself, for sure. Right. The one thing that I always try and encourage people to do is like you said in the beginning, watch whether you're into something or not, whether you're course correcting or not, whether you love something or are getting out of it or not. Always be mindful of your finances. Always be mindful of those credit cards, and be very conscientious of your budget. Write things out, and if you do that, I think you're in great shape. If you're really not in debt, and you really don't got any angst and that type of thing, I think that's number one. Then outside of that, if you're not having that difficulty, it's like, well, I'm really not feeling, for instance, for Ticket IP Star Wars. I just kind of out of it. Just like Anthony was saying, I'm kind of done with that music I liked when I was 10 to 13. Now I kind of like this music while I'm 14 to 17. You mean you got to suffer with the music you listened to before, even though you're not like, don't hurt yourself. Don't suffer. Just if you're out of it, you're out of it. If you got to sell it. And you can get a lot of influences in the community and that type of stuff like that with other collectors, or you feel, oh, well, this one's going to be mad, or that one's going to be mad if I sell that, or, don't worry about any of that stuff. Do what's right for you. Have the quantity that's right for you. Have the amount of figures that's right for you. I think it's important you do what's good for you, And there's some people who don't like the artisans, and I respect that, but honestly don't give a crap. For me, I like them. I want the best one. I want the Anakin because I'm a Star Wars nut, and I want the best Star Wars figures. If Inart got the license for Star Wars and they were blowing away all the OT stuff, guess what? I'm going to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
I could care less what anyone thinks, because I want the best Han Solo that's out there. To wherever I'm going to get it, I'm going to get it. But the thing I want to caution is, if it puts me in debt to get it, if I'm running up charges and I got angst, or you're feeling, don't do that with anything in life.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you got that in order, and if you got that in order, that's the first order of business. The second order of business is do what you want. If you got the money for it and you can do it, don't buy a car because someone's telling you need to have this kind of car. Get the car you want. You want a minivan and you don't want a freaking Mustang GT, get the darn minivan. Don't feel pressured by your buddies. Oh, look, you're driving a minivan.
Nope.
Buy what you want. But don't go ahead and go get that freaking Mustang GT and get into, 50, 60,000 in debt, and then have problems with your wife. She's saying, what's that thing called, Shelby or Cobra in the driveway? And where did we get that kind of money? Well, so I think it's kind of just, weighing in your situation. But not being worried about being influenced in that regard. What I think influence is important is if you're doing collecting or you're doing something like this and your kids are into it with you, or your spouse is into it with you, and you know, you're doing something with them where, you know, that might not be exactly the IP you want, well, then it's good to kind of go outside the lines and do it with them. I got my friend John who's doing that with his daughter and some IPs, and they're just having a great time. You know, those kind of instances are precious, I think, and apropos.
Absolutely.
But by doing it because Johnny the collector or whoever, or, you know, Sally or Sue or Jane says do it, that's just absolutely, utterly, and stupidly ridiculous, honestly.
Well said. Well said. Big bro, want to get your thoughts on, you know, tapping out versus course correction, and just, you know, buying responsibly, or when it, you know, just knowing when it's time to leave a line, or, you know, or graduating from a line going to another. Just your thoughts on that.
Well, if you're into this hobby and you start putting stuff on credit cards, you are already going down the wrong path right off the break.
Yeah.
The thing is, I look at it as, if I have it, before I even ordered, I was already like, you know what? Do I have the funds for this? And 9 times out of 10, I already have a plan already set up to have it done. Anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And that takes a lot of discipline. You know me, little bro. I'm a car guy. I wheel and deal with dealers all the time. And that first thing I tell them is, shit, you the one that want my money.
Right.
I can wait you out.
Right.
Yeah, and that comes with discipline and patience. And then another thing, if you in a situation where you know, have a significant other that halfway is into what you're doing or not, that's another factor.
That's
because
right.
you don't want that kind of stress along with that.
Yep.
But all that should be weeded out in a courting process anyway. So that should be weeded out, because I put, you know, everything on right there on the table. Like, hey, this is what I'm into. This is what I'm like. This is not going to change. If you like it, stay. If you don't, okay. You know, that way you kind of have to have, you know, you got to have discipline. You got to have forethought. If you got family involved, family comes first before anything else.
Absolutely.
So you have to have, you got to be smart and have your ducks in a row. But the first thing when I heard credit card, like, oh hell no, oh no. I was like, anybody feel like they want? Okay, they're looking at in the sense of you paying 23% interest on a credit card that you hoping to get a 10% off of a coupon to get a hot toy. What kind of sense is that? You already like what you guys were talking about with Blade, trying to ice skate uphill. You know, you try. I mean, it's ridiculous. But then sometimes you gotta have to. You know, you have to be patient. You got to be disciplined. In this game, this 1/6 game here, you have to be disciplined. Because like we're talking about, 5 pages in pre-orders, all that stuff. I'm like, damn, I'd be worried if I had 5 pages of pre-orders and they weren't on payment plans.
And they're $300-$400 a figure.
Right.
Some of them more now. Now it's like $400-$500 a figure.
One year I already was in $8,000. And I was pretty much depending on the dates of it being tracked. That's all right. Well, I got the money. I got time. And then them damn things start rolling out, and I'm like, whoa! Good thing I got the money. I don't have to make no life decisions. But that shit was 1994. You'd have been seeing Magic Mike early. Shit, that's no putting no bullshit. So you know, over time, man, you know, you just had to take your time. You just had to be disciplined, and we grow and evolve. Like, I know I love my Public Enemy, but then too, I love my Fleetwood Mac and Beatles. We all change and evolve, and along with the collection. I know this collection is going to be here forever because I know this is what my passion is. But also, I got to think of when I turn 65, and I'm gonna have to downsize at some point. And then what I'm going to do from there. If Lil Macho wants the collection, you know, pass on to him. If he doesn't, that's an investment. Otherwise, you have to think of things like that.
Yes.
But tapping out and course correction. Yeah, my course correction was me getting into this. I had to stop drag racing.
There you go. Yep.
I had to, building cars, racing cars, tearing them up. And then, after a while, you're like, hey, I'm a father now. I can't take these calculated risks anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I got to move into something that's more safe.
Yep.
So, everything is different for every person's situation. But that first one, that credit card thing, everybody, oh hell no! Don't even.
Yeah, it's
don't
bad, man.
even.
It's bad. It's bad.
God,
I'm speaking from
that's insane.
and I'm speaking from experience. It's bad. It's bad, and it's so
and it's easy.
That's the thing. It's so easy, and we all get in thinking the same. Oh, I'll buy just one, and that's great. Or I'll buy two. Oh, I can pay this off, and that's the thing. You're neck deep in it, and you're like, it's not good. It is definitely not good. Definitely not good.
Dude, when you start breaking stuff down, when you start breaking down those numbers like that, and you pull out a spreadsheet, that gives you a good ass sense of reality. Man, what's going on with you with balloons?
How do those balloons happen? How does that work? I don't do that. I don't know where it comes from.
Happy time over there? What's going on?
I don't.
Happy birthday, dude.
I don't know how that happened.
That was for you, man. That was for you, man. He had balloons going and everything. You ain't see that?
Who?
Man, Jay, he over top of you throwing balloons, man.
I don't know where.
Space pimp
I've seen that happen. I don't know where that comes from. I don't.
It floated up at Cloud City. Man.
I don't know who does that shit. I got an idea who does that shit, but Leo, your thoughts on this? Tapping out, course correction, when to kind of give up on a line, not give up, but when that line is not doing it for you anymore and deciding to move on, or just all the above.
For me, bro, I tap out when the enjoyment is not there anymore.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's just it.
Yeah.
If I tap out if I'm collecting something and I shouldn't have been collecting in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why, like I said, it's just a matter of narrowing it down to what you like, what you want. But I refuse to tap out just because somebody else tells me to, or just because I see somebody else doing it, or as if it's a ripple effect. Different strokes for different folks. For me, I know what I like. I know what I want. I don't engage in discussions that aren't really geared towards me, as a person, as my collection. My collection is uniquely related. It's uniquely connected to me based on my vision. You know what I mean? And that's just how it is. I won't buy something unless I have a vision for it. And that's just, how it works. Again, it's the same song and dance for us. We don't collect to go in debt. We try to basically budget as much as we can. Certain things that we don't want, if if we're reasonable about it, we think about it. We're like, you know what? Maybe I need to scale back on this. Maybe I need to cancel this. Maybe it'll come around when it's supposed to. And this is how it works. That's how the universe works. If it's something that we're supposed to have, then we get it. If something we're not supposed to have, then you got to go with your first instinct and be like, you know what? Nah, I'm not going to get this. You know what I mean? That's just basically how it works. But that's just the way, it works for me. You know what I mean? Everything that I have a vested interest in. Because I see the vision, they're art pieces. I enjoy it. I'm able to come down here and live comfortably amongst pieces that I know that define me and my personality. Yes. You know what I mean? That's just mainly how it works. But what happens is, like, I try to use different words. Instead of saying check out, I'll just say, you know what? I'm just moving on. You know what I mean? I'm moving beyond, this. Because the thing is, it's like, I'll put it to you this way, bro. If somebody on this panel makes up a word, if we make up a word, watch how fast that word travels.
Exactly.
To different groups, to different channels.
Yep.
Because that's it, just a word, one word.
That's right.
So imagine how it is if you basically tell people, oh, I'm tapping out, or you should tap out, or tap out as a thing. It spreads like wildfire. So then people will twist it and say, yo, based on the conversation, I think Jay's tapping out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it just passes around like Chinese whispers, bro. That's just how it works.
Yep.
There you go.
And that's why, like, for me, I'm very careful about these things. Again, collect what works for you. Connect what's uniquely connected to you as a person, in your identity, in your personality. Only do it that way. Don't basically collect. And the thing is, what people fail is, again, we're not gatekeepers, but we are informative. We're content creators.
Right.
So when we review certain figures, if we pose figures, if we have shows and we talk about figures, we are supposed to give our straight up, unaltered, full transparency. Our opinions have to be spot on. That's just how it has to be.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's just mainly how it works. We can't be any other way. We have to be completely honest, bro, because people look to us for that. You know what I mean? For that. And we have to be honest in that way. But I would caution people that sometimes you got to formulate your own opinion.
Yes.
We can tell you certain things. If it doesn't sit well with you, or if it doesn't work for you, it's not meant for you. We can say certain things, but we can only tell you what to do and how to caution you to be. We use caution when it comes to this. It's not like you basically collecting like a $20 figure,
right,
or a $15 figure.
Right.
It's not like you're doing that. These figures now, and we've seen the prices go up. Like they're going from $280, $260, $300, depending on what you're collecting. $400 now, artisan edition. You have in art. You have all that. These things are very, very expensive. For us, bro, like, again, it's like a tattoo. You get one, you have to get another one to complete your arm if you're doing a sleeve. It's a full rotation. That's just how it works, bro. So we have to be smart about this shit. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Definitely you have to be smart about it. But again, only collect what you identify with and what works for you. Don't skip to an IP if you're not connected to that IP just because somebody else is doing it.
Exactly.
Don't do that. Don't do that shit. Just be honest with yourself, you know, and only get the things that work for you and enjoy it. Inject the enjoyment back in life back into what it is that we do, which is collect. Inject that life back into it and enjoy what you have. But be smart about it. That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No,
You know, I think
well said.
You know,
100%.
Real quick, Jay. I think too that there's so many reviews that go out there, and everybody watches all these figures that come out, and you got to remember that these are $300, $400, $500 a piece.
Yep.
And you can't buy them all, and you see some people buying them all, and you got. I'm just saying, I think you just got to be mindful of that. I think that's where you can get into trouble, because you want every damn thing and you can't have everything.
Exactly.
Because you financially might not be able to get everything, is what I'm saying.
Absolutely. What were you saying, Anthony? Yep.
I was just saying, I mean, you know, you got to think, you know, I mean, Lael just brought it up as well, but, you know, the prices keep going up, right? And these aren't, you know, whatever you want to call them, Black Series, you know, Legends. I mean, they're expensive, $300 and up. $300 to $400 is like average now for a figure. You know, you're lucky if you get it under $3. You know, so
right.
And think about that. I mean, how many are you really picking up? Are you grabbing 2 a month? Well, that's about $600, man. $500-$600 a month. That's a lot of money. Yeah. And it's not like you're just set to be like, I'm only getting 2 a month, because you never know. There might be a 1, 2, 3, or 4 that you like that are coming out around the same time. Right. So then it could be $1,000 month. I mean, you have to really think about that's a lot of money, dude. Yeah. So you got to learn how to just really pace it, and, you know, I don't know, man, it's hard, because I mean, I don't even follow my own fucking rules, you know, because I don't. Me too. Because, you know, I would say only buy what you absolutely love. I don't absolutely love Purge Troopers, but they looked cool, and I was like, you know what? I got an idea that might be fun. That's a frivolous expenditure. I mean, outside of already a frivolous expenditure. I mean, we have a luxury hobby here. So, you know, things like that, it happens. You sometimes buy stuff that maybe you're not completely connected to, but you think it would look cool. And sometimes you got to just tell yourself, hey, yo, okay, I know the whole No Way Home line would look fucking really cool, I know this. I also know it's like about a $4,000 set if you want all of it. So,
so much.
Right. So I'm just kind of like, that can take a back seat. I'll look at whatever Jay has for No Way Home or something. You know, if he decides to go that route, which is, you know what I'm saying? Like, so somebody's always going to do something that you're not going to do. And if you can find appreciation in that through others, kind of vicariously, I find that to be pretty decent experience. You know, when you know somebody, or, you know, you're in Facebook groups or on Reddit or on YouTube or whatever, and I get to see other people's collections that aren't mine. It's still cool. I'm like, oh, that does look pretty cool. You know, I'm not bummed out that I don't have it, at least knowing somebody else has it and enjoys it. And then, you know, it's flipped. Because then they're like, oh, but you got all this other cool shit. And I'm like, yeah. And you got all this other cool shit. So it works, because you can't get everything, man. You can't. You just can't.
You know, and it's funny you brought up, I totally agree with you, Anthony. I'm glad you actually brought up the Black Series, because that's actually why I got out of that, because I actually was starting to feel like I needed to get everything with Black Series, and I got tired of it, and it's actually expensive. Well, guess what? You know, this is way more expensive, and now with the in-art figures and the artisans are all $400 or $500 freaking dollars. Forget about $265.
Yeah.
And it's almost like you're looking at those now and you're like, okay, well, but the other ones, though, that are super premium, it's a lot of money, dude. It's a lot.
It adds up. And that's if you're just getting 6 scale figures. I'm not even talking about Hot Toys. Just go across the blanket of 6 scale. All right. That's a lot of different stuff. Then is that all you get? Because that's not all machines. I get. I've got arcades. I've got fucking 10 scale statues. I got quarter scale statues. I got vehicles. I got, you know, so it's like, well, I got comic books, you know,
right? And that's been getting me.
Movie posters, records, hats,
sneakers.
Dude, never ends. Yeah, it never ends. Never ends.
Sneakers,
dude.
Comics, HasLabs, all that shit. It just, it's you.
So you gotta really choose, man. You gotta really, which kind of sucks when we talk about some of these things, because then we all look at Grand Inquisitor and you're like, well, is that someone we really want? Is that someone we love? No, but I think it looks really cool and it's gonna fit with my Star Wars stuff, and you know, so then we somehow have to make an adjustment for things like that, you know.
Exactly.
But it also depends. If you're laser focused on just Star Wars, then you're in a more comfortable situation to get it, right?
Absolutely.
If you're not, then you're like, well, wait, what if I'm getting a bunch of Marvel?
Yeah.
You know, then how do I have to determine? So which one has to take the back seat, because I can't get, you know, both, right? You live and you learn. That's the only thing I can say about this hobby, man. Like, so, you know, but though I will say this, though, it does kind of go back to your earlier point, is that you do live and learn, and that in itself is cause for, you know, your previous conversation of, you know, sometimes you're changing directions. You know, it's not you're not like bailing out of anything per se. You just realize, well, you know what, maybe now I want to focus more on this. And I stretched myself too thin in too many IPs, and I got to move shit around, and, you know. Anyway, that's about it.
No, all of that is well said. That's exactly.
Hey, you know, I love them, man. Shit, ain't no doubt about that. No doubt about that at all. If you see my post, ain't no problem with that at all.
Absolutely.
I swear to God, bro, after the holidays, I'm telling you, I'm taking a trip to DC to see y'all, and I'm coming straight to Second Brother's crib. I just want to look. I know I'm gonna see everything but the beads that used to hang from the door, like in front of, like the beads. Remember the old school 70 beads, bro? I know I'm gonna see everything but those, bro.
Man, let me tell you, if I had a room I could find them beads, I'd do that shit.
No, crazy.
Crystal globe and all that shit.
That's so crazy. Before we go, want to give? I mean, we've been tearing up this topic all night. Lou, want to just get your input on this one? Tapping out course correction. You are somebody that has a lot. I mean, not just like you said, you're already like 119 Hot Toys in, and that's just 6 scale. Like all the scale, you have all the damn. If Leo's the 1 scale man, you're the all scale man. So you know, what is your thoughts on course corrections? When to slow down, when to stop, when to like, you know, yeah,
bro. See, being a person who collects many scales, it goes to how you feel as a collector. Like, I think everybody has great points, and everyone is saying the exact thing you need to hear as a collector. First of all, you need the capital. Second of all, you need the space.
There you go.
But the most important thing, which should be in the first portion, but not necessarily, the third portion, which is know yourself. What do you like? Forget everyone else in the echo chamber. Forget everyone else and what they're selling. Forget everyone else. Just listen to what you like.
Yeah.
What are you? What's your heart? What does your heart beat to? What's the drum that, you know, that rhythm that plays? You know what I mean? Like, I already know a couple of people have different varieties, different, you know, takes on certain things. Some people have one-offs. Some people prefer the one-off. Some people prefer a whole team. People prefer a whole line. Some people stick to the 80s stuff. Some people go into anything new. Some people's like, nah, I'm going to stick to what I like. And you should just stick to what you like. Stick to what you absolutely enjoy. Yes, there's always going to be the new hotness, but this is where course correcting comes in, which is what we're talking about tapping out. Sometimes you need to tap out, then course correct. Because tapping out means I have to put the brakes and just stop. Because I've done that a couple of times. I've stopped. I haven't completed all my lines. I picked and choose things that I wanted in my collection. I don't have a complete collection. I have a complete collection for me.
Right.
Yep. I don't have a complete collection on a checklist because then I'm just consuming. Nah, I don't want that. I want this. I'm going to brush that aside. I want this.
Yep.
You know you. Know what you want. You know, I know Mafia behind him, he has all the things that resonate with him for as a childhood. You know, everything that resonates with him in childhood in 6 scale form. That's there. Same thing with a lot of us. That resonates behind it. But there's also a lot of new things too.
Yes. 80s and 90s, man. I got so much one-offs, dude. It's crazy.
The biz talking. So yeah, it's the wizard juice. You know what I mean? The wizard juice. But
right here, baby.
No, it's the youth juice.
The youth juice, too.
So, the youth juice, yeah. Going back to that. But
it's a squirt or a drip.
But here you go. No stop. But back to what I was saying. Know what you like. You know, everyone knows that my creme de la creme is turtles. Right
next. I want some chicken and cornbread. That sounds so fucking good. I'm sorry. It just totally got me. I ain't cornbread in a minute.
Oh man.
Man, what the fuck, Leo, man? You been watching Dolomite and shit?
Bro, I don't know. I was just reading what Leo was saying in the chat. Sorry, Leo. Go ahead, man.
And fucking jet beauties, man. What you on over there, man?
Oh, yeah. I'll take all of it, bro. Fuck.
What's going on, man?
I suppose I'm a turtle guy, but I also love my Spider-Man is my jam. Deadpool, jam. I have a collection of Iron Man figures too. Still my jam. Power Rangers, my jam. I have certain things that identify with me.
Yeah.
So if it doesn't identify with you, don't buy it. Because then you're just following the hype. Don't fall for the hype. Follow the hype. Look at it. Don't fall for it. Look for it. It's like chasing a woman. You know, you want to know if she's going to be the one for you. You chase her around. You see what she's going to do. If she's not, you know, coming back home with you, then you leave her right where you found her.
There you go.
Prisoner Leia is I'm going to follow that all the way.
I chased Toya. I chased her, bro.
No, yeah,
you chased her.
I chased her like a motherfucker, bro.
That's
I
what's
chased
up.
Toy. I stalked the shit out of her, bro, and it worked.
And it worked. It was well worth it. Yep.
Sometimes you got to do that to see how they're going to move. If they don't move the way you want them to move,
Yeah,
you got to leave them where you found them.
yeah,
Same with this collecting game. You leave it
yeah.
where you appreciate it from afar. There's certain things in my collection that I can appreciate in this gentleman's collection, and so on and so forth. You get what I'm saying? So you don't have to collect everything. You can be happy that things are getting made because that means you get to appreciate it from other people's perspectives.
Yeah.
And if you ever want to course correct your collection and say, okay, I'm done with this, I may tap out and just say, let me get rid of this and go into that.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Go into that because this is uncharted territory for me. I dabbled, but it's not charted. This is more like I took a view. I picked and choose what I like, and now I think I want to go headfirst into it.
I should go in a coast, baby, and get out of
Yeah,
cheaper.
Listen, if you're gonna be cruising, man, just have the window open and enjoy the view. Taking a little bit of that sun, that air, and with collecting. You know what I mean? Because you're not promised tomorrow. Remember, you gotta think about tomorrow. A lot of these figures that you get, you ain't gonna see for the next 2 to 4 years.
It's true.
2 to 4 years.
Some of them are coming out too soon, though. I'm like, don't got the money yet.
Some seem
Tell me about it.
because there's so much being pumped out at the same time.
Yeah, you're right. A lot.
So
exactly.
This going back to like the 6-inch stuff, like a Black Series, Marvel Legends. Yo, we would get like 4 or 5 waves a month.
It's
Toys
crazy.
Quality a month. You feel what I'm saying? So,
dude, I used to buy cases from Dorkside Toys before they went out. Entertainment. I would get the whole darn thing. I'd have all of it.
Yo, Big Bad Toy Store. I used to get the whole,
my pile of loot.
Big pile of loot. That's what I used to get all of that stuff, and I used to get the whole wave. I'm like, damn, I got a bunch of figures I don't want. I don't like doing it. Out of Marvel Legends. That's why I got out of certain things. Don't get me wrong. I cherry pick here and there. But the thing, I know who I am, so I know what I'm going to attract into my collection. So I may not have everything, but I have everything that I want, and that's what matters.
And that's exactly what matters. That's the only thing that matters. That is just completely well said. Completely well said, and makes all the sense in the world. Collect for yourself. Don't let everybody else enable or make you think that your collection is less than because you don't have such a whatever piece. Your collection should be a representation of yourself and the things you love, and that's just what it comes down to.
That's it.
Guys, this has been an awesome show. I would give everybody their time to go and do their thing, but everybody, y'all guys know everybody here, so I'm going to do it for everybody. But before we do that, I want to just go ahead. I So Crazy said, this is great. I'm just reading this. Said, I'm a high school student in this hobby, and I have to put some important things aside to try and build my collection out. But I'm so thankful y'all had this to talk because it really gives me a reality. Absolutely, that's what we're here for. And in high school, don't spend, and I'll say this because I did this in Second Brother Knows I could do this. I spent a lot of time in the 90s lifting weights, playing music, and creating and buying action figures, which was great. And I have no complaints at all about doing it. But I will tell you, and pimping, and but I will tell you, with being serious, I will tell you, I missed out on some things. There was things that I missed out on. Don't miss out on those things. It could be a lot of good things out here. And then sometimes, hey, the collecting also helped. It gives me because it also helped me to cope with. Also helped me to cope with certain things that I was going out. Friends that were dying in the streets, or friends that were getting into drugs or selling drugs. I went a whole nother. It led me to get away from that. So, take that all with a grain of salt. But I definitely want to say, thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you everybody here in the chat that was here with us, rocking with us tonight. thank you all. I tried to put all your comments on the screen as much as possible and read everything off. If I didn't acknowledge you, no, it wasn't because, just know that it wasn't because of anything. We just have to, we see everything, but we just have to, make the content flow, as they say. But everybody here, guys, thank you all so much. Loco Lu, Tripod Daddy. Yes, I'm calling you that. Make sure you subscribe to my man here. Definitely. Make sure you go ahead, Hank. Go ahead.
Nothing, man. Nah, bro. You call Lou whatever you want. That's not my business. It's not my business.
It's there. So I just read it on the screen. I'm kind of like good. The anchor man. Sometimes if you put it on the screen, I'll just read it. Loco Lu, shout out to you and all that you got going through. Make sure y'all check out his unboxes of those two wonderful figures right there. Amazing. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm completely jelly that you got that right there, because I definitely need that in my collection. I know Anthony needs that too. Yeah, definitely need it. Make sure you subscribe to Scale Mafia. We got a show this Saturday, which is going to be amazing. Tales from the Dark Side. I know Anthony got some cool shit in store for us. Make sure you join Leo tomorrow night for Figure Flex Friday. Loco Lu, and of course Loco Lu, and of course the matriarch herself, Luminar. Definitely nothing but awesome shit coming on those panels. And I know you guys got a bunch of shows. Aries, 6 Scale Cantina. We will see you back. I will definitely be there with you on Monday at 8 p.m. Definitely great show. Going to be there. A lot of good energy, a lot of good stuff going on. Dr. Rooster, he's still working on that channel, but when he gets that channel together, it is going to be better than mine, because that's just how we roll. That's how we roll as a family. We gotta take it to the next level. Nothing but big things coming.
It's 8:30 on Monday.
8:30 on Monday,
and add another giveaway.
Y'all heard that? So
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it this Monday. I couldn't even do a market show this week. My week's been I talked to you.
Definitely.
Your guys' time zones change. That's right.
Yeah.
When does it change?
Fucking weirdos. Sunday.
I don't even know when it changes anymore.
Well, I don't even know what that makes.
Well, no, there's no more time zone changes anymore, though, now.
What? Well, are they going to get rid of it? Or
no, they stopped. Like you're talking about,
don't you guys got to roll your clocks?
No, they stopped it. Not this year. Nope.
Oh, it's done? Like, we're not...
It's done, yeah. They passed the law, so 2023...
No, but they're not doing it anymore?
She was like, I got to change my clocks next week. I'm like, oh.
Wow.
From what I understand, no.
Maybe not. Well, I guess you'll find out. You'll either be an hour late to work or not. I don't know.
Right.
No, I don't know, because I hate that shit every year, because I also have to adjust my streams. Because I don't change.
I'm pretty sure they stopped it, yeah.
Yeah, because it should have happened.
Look it up.
It should. I gotta look it up too, because it should have happened already. Yeah, it should have happened on Halloween or some shit. Like they moved the shit.
Know, man.
Like Easter, the shit just keeps moving. I don't know. Easter is when in May now. I don't know, man. But anyway, guys, thank you all for being here. You guys are awesome. You guys watching out there are awesome as well. It ain't no us without y'all. This is y'all show. You guys are the best of the best. We're just here talking the shit, pulling it all together. But guys, thank you all so much for being on this panel and joining us here and rocking with us tonight. We got a lot of good stuff coming up. Man, it's gonna be amazing. And I just gotta say this, like this, my friends, we are out, and be excellent to each other. Good night, everybody. Have a good one.
Yeah, good night, my friends.
Deuces.
Stay thirsty.
Bye-bye.